Hey there, Marcy. You're not doing anything tomorrow, right? Right? You're pregnant, so I'm sure you wouldn't have any plans to go out or anything.
Hey Nina, what's my sister-in-law doing messaging me out of the blue like this? No, I don't have any plans for tomorrow. Did you want something?
I have to meet someone on short notice tomorrow. That's where you come in. I was hoping to ask you a little favor.
A favor?
Well, you see, the kids are off to school with it being Saturday tomorrow. I was supposed to be watching Billy, but this thing came up and there's no way I can get out of it. He's still in elementary school, so I can't exactly leave him at home. I'm in a real pinch here.
Okay, I see. Let me guess. You want me to look after Billy for tomorrow?
I'm afraid that's gonna be a little difficult. I'm really sorry to spring this on you, Marcy. But I don't know who else to ask. I'm in a really difficult spot here. You've always been really kind to me in the past, and you've done favors for me before, and I know that with you watching him, my mind will be at ease because you're so reliable.
Nina, please. I can't do this again. Did you totally forget what happened last time I looked after him? He rampaged around my house like a little whirlwind. He was out of control, and I had no idea how to calm him down.
Maybe so, but that was ages ago. He's much more mature now. I bet you barely recognize him.
It was last month. He smashed my vacuum cleaner to pieces by swinging it around like a baseball bat, hung the cat upside down by his tail, ripped my curtains off the hooks by trying to climb up them, poured Pepsi all over my sofa. He stuffed the toilets full of toilet paper and blocked the pipes. I had to buy a new vacuum cleaner and have some of the upholstery on the sofa replaced because of him. And I can assure you, it wasn't cheap.
Kids will be kids. Why you gotta make a mountain out of a molehill? There's no use crying over spilled milk.
If you thought I was mad, you should have seen my husband. He was furious. Kids will be kids doesn't cover the untold havoc and destruction he wreaked on our house.
So he has a mischievous streak. Well, so what? They all go through that phase. How can being full of energy be a bad thing? You're gonna have a little one on your own to think about soon. Think of it as training. Imagine how much easier it's gonna be to look after your own if you practice with my Billy now while you still can.
I'm heavily pregnant, Nina. Even if his mischievous streak is just a phase, I don't have the energy or movement capabilities to deal with it right now. What if something happened to him? If I'm completely honest, the thought of having him scares me, Nina.
If you're gonna live your life in fear of tiny probabilities, you may as well never leave the house in case you get hit by a bus. He'll be fine. Stop worrying. Anyways, this is getting nowhere. You know you'll enjoy his company. Just take him. Just let him do his thing. He doesn't need constant attention or anything. I bet you'll barely notice he's there. Give him free reign of the house. Go about your day as normal, and I'll have him back before you know it.
Let him have free range on the house? That's exactly what I can't do. I can't risk him turning the place upside down like that again, which means I'd have to keep a constant eye on him, which I'm just not capable at this state.
Fine. I get it. You don't want any trouble, right? No problem. I'll make sure he's on his best behavior. Happy now? Great. It's settled then. I'll be dropping him off tomorrow morning. Thanks, Marcy. You're a star. See ya. Thanks a bunch for today, Marcy. But I just got a message from my brother. He said he's bringing Billy back already? Why?
Already? It's 7 p.m. He was never supposed to be staying the night. Your husband was really surprised too. He said he'd have come picked him up if he knew. Did you not tell him we were having him?
Why would I go out of my way to let my husband know you were watching Billy? He's busy enough as he is. Besides, today was a last-minute thing. Hardly fair of me to go springing Charford duty on him at such a short notice. Hey, you didn't go on saying anything you shouldn't, did you?
Saying anything I shouldn't? Such as?
Like the stuff Billy did to your house when he got overexcited last time. I bet he was as good as gold today. Right? Right?
Not at all. He broke our TV remote. He also completely ruined one of Trent's expensive leather work shoes.
Oopsies. Whatever are we gonna do with that boy? Oh, kids will be kids. It can't be helped. Surely you get that.
Yeah, of course I do. But I also get that when a child rampages out of control, it's the parent's job to take responsibility for its behavior. That's why I told your husband everything.
Huh? You did what now? Why would you even do such a thing? He's gonna be furious with me.
So what? Things in my house are actually broken because of your kid. Not only that, but he was so disrespectful to me and Trent. I've never known a little boy to have such a foul mouth before. I just can't stand by pretending nothing happened. I know this can't be an easy decision for you to have, but please, just give up.
Like hell I'm giving up. Who do you think you are? Talking smack about my kids like this? What gives you the right? He's not even yours. There's nothing wrong with my Billy.
I'm not talking smack. I'm just saying it how it is. He's a full of energy, and he isn't afraid to say what's on his mind. Taken on their own, I think those are good traits to have, but on the other hand, he was a wild, violent side, which in combination with his boundless energy and straight-talking personality is a recipe for disaster.
A wild, violent side? What's that supposed to mean?
I think you know what it means. He loses his temper and has violent tantrums whenever he doesn't get his way. He swears, he shouts, and he's impossible to control, especially for someone as heavily pregnant as me, and Trent hesitates to interfere too forcefully because he's not our kid. To be honest, Nina, the whole situation makes us feel both super awkward and uncomfortable, and we'd rather do without it all. Are you prepared to acknowledge that this is a little unfair to us?
He's in elementary school. What can you do?
Shouldn't you be doing something precisely because he's in elementary school? Can you imagine how much he'll struggle in life if he doesn't stop acting this way soon? It almost doesn't bear thinking about it. Do you want him to have a difficult life?
What the hell does that have to do with you? You better not be telling me how to raise my boy, Nina. You keep your unsolicited opinions to yourself. We value individuality, and we're not about to suppress the way he expresses himself just because you and my stuck-up brother find it inconvenient. Don't think being my sister-in-law gives you the right to question my parenting skills. Respect my boundaries.
Boundaries were disrespected the moment your son damaged our property. It became our business the moment you took it upon yourself to leave him at our house.
God, you're annoying. Just shut up. You think you're so clever, don't you? You don't even have kids on your own. Don't preach at me, woman.
Okay, Nina, if that's your attitude, I have nothing more to say to you. You can speak to your brother directly from now on. I'm done with this conversation. There are a few things about Billy that have been bugging him for a while now, so this is the perfect opportunity for you guys to get everything out in the open.
Wait, is he still complaining about me? You do seriously need to learn to respect boundaries. Ugh.
Chill. It's not like he's bad-mouthing him. It's about his breathing.
He's breathing? What are you talking about?
You know? My dad had diabetes before he died, right?
I might have heard some things about that. I think I remember you telling me he died the year before last, but what about diabetes?
We noticed it when Billy was playing in the living room yesterday, but we think he might be diabetic.
What? Are you trying to say my Billy is fat? Sure, maybe he's a little on the larger side, but so what? He's maybe one size bigger than his classmates at best. Hardly diabetes territory. Who do you think you are calling someone else's kids fat?
I'm not really calling him fat. You're the one who said it, Nina. I'm just saying, we think there might be a possibility he has diabetes. But yeah, you know what? Screw it. To be completely honest, he is unhealthily overweight, and I think you should do something about it.
There it is. I knew it. You're nothing but a bully. So what if he's carrying an extra few pounds? Are you a doctor? No. So get off your high horses. What the hell are you basing this on anyway?
He's overweight and his breathing's heavy. He was saying he had such a stomachache partially the whole time he was with us. When we asked him about it, he said he felt like that almost every day. Did you know?
I bet you just made him eat something weird.
We really didn't. How about thinking about what your son actually said before accusing me of poisoning him? Even if he doesn't have diabetes, it's still not normal for an 8-year-old to be suffering with chronic stomachaches every day.
I don't need you to tell me that, Captain Obvious.
Listen to me and listen to me clearly.
If my husband gets mad at me over this, it's all your fault. I'll never forgive you if he does. You better prepare yourself for the hell I'm about to unleash on you. Oh my god, I can't believe you let an 8-year-old kid send you flying down a flight of stairs. I get that you're pregnant, but do you have literally zero physical strength? Being a mom is a really physical job, you know, Marcy? You'll never make it if this is what you're made of. You should start working out while you still have any free time left.
You got some nerve to laugh at me after what just happened. You might not have been the one who did it, but it's your fault I ended up tumbling down a flight of stairs, Nina.
My fault? I get that you're mad, but please, Marcy, let's be real. I had no idea that was gonna happen. I burst out laughing and spat my coffee out all over the TV when I heard.
The only reason I let him in is because you said he was coming to apologize. I had no idea he was gonna throw a baseball at me. I'm covered in cuts and bruises and have a sprained wrist thanks to you.
You have no idea? I was more surprised than anyone. He wasn't supposed to throw it so hard. It's not Billy's fault you lost your balance and fell all by yourself. You should be more careful in the future.
Be careful of what? Spiteful little brats and their deranged mothers? Thankfully, it was only half flight of stairs, so all things considered, I got off lightly. I shudder to think what might happen if I fell from any higher. Do you understand what I'm getting at?
Oh, lighten up, you drama queen. He's just a kid. Stop being so hard on him.
I said this before, but the "he's just a kid" line will only get you so far. I find it horrifying that you're capable of laughing in a situation like this. Isn't there even a small part of you that thinks what you and your son did was horrible?
You were the only one who got hurt. What's the big deal? Sure, you might be pregnant, but the baby's okay, right? God, who knew you were such a whiner? No use crying over spilled milk, sweetie. Surely everything's fine if your baby's okay?
No.
Huh? What do you mean, no?
I mean, everything is not fine.
No way. You have got to be kidding me. How could the baby be hurt? The flight of stairs was tiny. No way. I don't believe it. Surely, this can't be.
Oh, forgive me. Looks like I gave you the wrong idea. The baby's fine. You saw me fall backwards covering my stomach, right?
Jesus, Marcy, don't scare me like that. I almost had a heart attack. You made me think I was about to get knocked at the door from the cops. This is no good for my heart. Don't ever do that again.
You're right. How careless of me. Still, you're not out of the woods yet. Turns out Billy's not doing so great after all.
Huh? What do you mean?
Your husband came over the other day. That's when he told me that Billy got diagnosed with diabetes when his test results came back from the hospital.
Really? No way. I bet you're just trying to scare me.
Like I'd do that at all, let alone over something like this. It's the truth, Nina. He was really grateful. He said he never would have had him checked if not for me. You're not home now, right? Your husband said he wants to speak to you when you get back.
Oh my God. How could my Billy...
The type of diabetes he has is a lifestyle disease. You should have paid more attention to his diet and exercise habits. Your husband's besides himself with guilt. He's beating himself up saying he should have been around more.
Why does my Billy have to suffer but your baby is fine? This isn't fair. Don't screw me around, Marcy.
Is resentment towards my unborn baby for being healthy really the position you're going to take on this? Just when I thought you couldn't sink any lower. If you have enough free time to be sending me these petty, childish messages, you should go home and speak to your husband. Something tells me you're gonna be doing some serious talking about your futures. It probably won't be an easy conversation to have, but it can't be avoided.
Marcy, you knew this was gonna happen, didn't you? Is this your way of taking revenge on me?
Are you messaging me at this time? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't play dumb with me. You're the worst. How could you do this to me? I hate you. How are you gonna make this right?
I'm repeating myself, but again, I have no idea what you're talking about. You're free to get angry, but at least explain first so I have some context. How am I supposed to reply if I don't know what you mean?
My husband told me. We have to put Billy on a calorie-restricted diet from now on, until he loses weight. Do you have any idea how Billy reacted when he found out? He's going berserk.
What a surprise. I can hardly say I'm shocked from how he behaved when he stayed with us. How do you expect him to have any discipline or emotional control when you give him whatever he wants, whenever he wants it?
He broke all of my favorite ornaments. You will pay for this. Tell me how you're gonna fix it now! How I'm gonna fix it? I don't see how this has anything to do with me. It has everything to do with you. You're the one who told my husband. He's almost as angry as Billy. He flipped out at me for what happened with Billy's baseball prank. Apparently, I'm in the wrong because you're pregnant and it was dangerous. Whatever. Of course he's gonna be mad. You're lucky I didn't have a miscarriage. Even still, I'm injured myself, you know? Your husband apologized profusely and agreed you pay me compensation if I agree not to take things to court. But it'd be well within my rights to press charges if I wanted to. Whatever. Quit droning on me, Marcy. You're so boring. The issue here is that my husband is demanding I come up with compensation money I don't have. I don't have the kind of cash. What are you suggesting I do? Get a job? Sure, why not? Not that I care how you do it, though. I'm already happy your husband already agreed to pay me a whole lot in one go tomorrow, so he's the one you're technically gonna be in debt to. How you come up with that cash ain't my problem. Well, it is my problem. It's a big problem for me. Why? Think about it. Billy has to go on a calorie-restrict diet for months, which means that not only do I have to work, but I have to look for work while looking after a rampaging 8-year-old who starts smashing up my house the moment I refuse him candy. I can't do that, and you can't expect me to. If you want to know the reason for Billy's rampages, and the reason for how he got fat in the first place, how about you look in the mirror? You have no choice but to accept and make the best of it. This cannot be happening. Why did everything go so wrong? Why is this only happening to me? You said it yourself. You value individuality. This is the result of that policy. You have no choice but to resign yourself to and accept the situation you created. Kids will be kids, right? Surely you're not going to suppress the way Billy expresses himself just because you find it inconvenient. After that, Nina started working part-time while trying to keep an eye on top of Billy's raging tantrums at home. Unlike his wife, Nina's husband is a decent guy. He seems to feel a strong sense of responsibility for his son's tantrums, and even more so for the diabetes diagnosis, and he's doing his best to help out with everything regarding his son. But he has no patience left for his wife, and even to this day, he continues to extract the monthly repayments from her on the compensation he paid me. To tell you the truth, I was sure that he was gonna divorce over what happened, but apparently he wants to give her one last chance, and somehow or other, they're still just about hanging on by a thread. There's also the fact that divorce probably lead to Nina getting custody of Billy. He probably can't bear the thought of letting that pair of them loose on the world, both because of the damages they do to society, but also themselves. So he's staying close by to make sure neither of them do anything too outrageous. I hope Nina takes a long, hard look at herself in the mirror and realizes how lucky she is to have such a devoted and forgiving husband. I like to believe that we all have the capacity for change, and I've got my fingers crossed that my sister-in-law will use this experience to become a better person. As for me, my injuries from falling down the flight of steps healed up nicely, and not long after the events for today's episode, I gave birth to a healthy baby boy. As stressful as the whole thing was, I'm actually grateful for Nina and Billy, because they taught me a lot about the world and myself. I'm gonna raise my son using them as examples of how not to behave.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Hey, Pumpkin. You just get done with day 2 of your business trip. You must be tired. It was super hot there today, right?
Oh, so hot you wouldn't believe. They told me mountain basins were hot, but I had no idea it'd be this bad. It rained this morning, so the humidity was crazy high. It was like being in a sauna.
That sounds rough. You're done with work for the day now, though, right?
Yeah, I jumped in the shower the second I got back to my hotel room.
What are you having for supper?
I just grabbed something at the store nearby. I'm too drained for anything fancy tonight.
You have to eat properly, dear, but I guess eating out would be tiring for you, huh?
It's too hot, babe. I tell ya. It might be late, but it still feels like an oven outside. If not for the aircon in my hotel room, I'd be a goner. I've only been here 2 days and I already want to come home. How are things on your end, babe? How's little Ronnie doing?
He's doing great, thanks, honey. He's doing so well, he'll probably drive you crazy with the noise if you were here.
Boys will be boys.
He tells me things are going amazingly well with his new class. He made a bunch of friends already.
He likes his new teacher too, right? What was his name again? Mr. Duncanson?
Yeah, that's him. All the kids love him. He's only a young guy in his 20s, but he's really good with the kids. And most importantly, he knows how to keep the little rascals in line. It's not just the kids that like him either. Apparently, he's a hit with the parents, too. I hope Ronnie's in his class next year, too.
I'm glad to hear things are going well for him. It's important he has a good time at school.
He said he feels a little lonely without you here, though. He keeps asking me when you're coming home.
Really? I think how big he's gotten lately made me think he's older than he actually is. I have to remind myself he's still a kid.
He's still a little cutie. No matter how big he gets, he'll always be our baby.
I'll tell him his daddy's going to come back as soon as he possibly can, okay? Also, tell him I'm pleased he's enjoying school, but to remember to behave himself.
Sure thing. I'll pass it on, honey. Look after yourself, Neil. Make sure to drink enough water.
Sure thing, babe. I will. You too. Thanks for keeping everything at the house under control until I get back. I'm counting on you, babe.
Sorry I couldn't speak on the phone, Neil. There's an emergency here.
Why didn't you pick up? I've got an emergency here myself.
No, my emergency is bigger. Apparently our son had an accident at school. Me and Ronnie's teacher are in an ambulance on our way to the hospital right now. You need to come back home ASAP.
Huh?
Not huh, hurry up.
But so am I.
What do you mean?
I'm in an ambulance with Ronnie's teacher too.
Huh? But aren't you away on business?
I cancelled my business trip and rushed home as fast as I could when I heard.
How can you possibly be on your way before me?
Ronnie's teacher called and told me he hurt himself. You know Mr. Duncanson, he's sat next to me in the ambulance right now.
But why would he call you before me? His first emergency contact should be the house phone, second my mobile.
Yeah, but he couldn't get through to you either. Thankfully, he's a quick thinker and he called me up on my mobile using Ronnie's phone. That's how he got in touch with me.
Ronnie's phone?
Mr. Duncanson said he panicked when he couldn't get through to you. Normally they wouldn't use a student's phone, but this was an emergency.
But what about your business trip? Is everything going to be okay with work?
I made my apologies and told them it couldn't be helped. They were pretty understanding given the circumstances, so luckily nothing bad will come of my early departure. An emergency is always an emergency. Anyway, where are you headed?
Ronnie's on his way to the hospital, right?
Why'd you keep asking me questions? What's going on?
Forget that, just answer me. Why are you here on your way to the hospital when you were supposed to be away on business? I don't see how you could make it to the hospital on time.
Huh? You don't understand what's going on here at all, do you? Ronnie arrived at the hospital ages ago, and I just arrived at the hospital after dropping out of my business trip early.
So why are you in an ambulance?
We're on the way to the big hospital in the next town where they have the facilities to give Ronnie the care he needs.
So that's why you're in an ambulance?
Oh, by the way, why are you lying about being in an ambulance? Or better yet, where the hell are you right now?
Is Ronnie okay?
He's still unconscious.
I don't mean that. Tell me about his condition. How badly is he hurt?
Do I look like a goddamn doctor to you? I don't know. If you want to know so badly, then how about you get down here yourself? Your son just had a serious accident. Where the hell are you? And what the hell are you playing at?
I just went out for a little while. Ronnie planned on going straight to his friend's house after school, so I didn't have to be home to cook his dinner or anything. I thought it'd be fine to go out until 6 p.m. or so.
In that case, why don't you just tell me? Why would you go out of your way to lie about being in an ambulance? Was there some reason you didn't want me to know you were out?
Our son just had a serious accident. Any good mother would be able to rush out ASAP, but I couldn't because I was out. I'm a failure as a parent. I didn't notice the calls from his teacher either, so I just pretended I was already on my way so you wouldn't think badly of me.
Mr. Duncanson was spam calling you. How could you not notice for several hours? Were you preoccupied with something?
I'm sorry, I just noticed all the missed calls and messages.
Mr. Duncanson's been great. He stayed with him the whole time after he hurt himself. Now he's on the way to the big hospital with us. He's really reassuring to have around. To be honest, he's a hell of a lot more reliable than his mother.
Please, Neil, don't be mad with me. Do you see now? This is exactly why I had to lie, because I knew you'd react like this.
Look at you, already trying to justify lying to your own husband. I can't believe you'd make up a big, steaming pile of bullshit story to justify arriving late to the hospital. Are you hiding something from me?
I'm not hiding anything.
Then why are you so vague and evasive every time I ask you where you are? No matter which way you look at it, you're acting suspiciously.
Forget that. You should be worried about Ronnie right now. This isn't the time to be obsessing over something so trivial.
Trivial? Pulling a vanishing act when your son has a serious accident and then lying to try and cover it up is trivial. I said I was counting on you to keep things under control while I was away, didn't I?
I'm so sorry.
I don't need an apology, I need an explanation.
I'll tell you everything later.
I don't know where you are, but you need to hurry up and get your ass to the hospital. How long is it going to take you to get to the hospital? Just how far away are you?
I'm not going.
Excuse me?
I don't want to go to the hospital.
Don't screw me around. You're doing this to run away from your responsibility of explaining to me what the hell you were doing when Ronnie hurt himself, aren't you?
What's the point? You'll never forgive me no matter what I say, so what's the damn point?
Just what exactly are you afraid of, Fiona? Do you have any idea how hard Ronnie's trying to keep it together right now? He needs you by his side now more than ever. How can you live with yourself? If missing his teacher's calls makes you a failure as a mother, then what the hell does this make you?
Whether I'm there or not won't change anything. He'll be fine as long as he has you and Mr. Duncanson by his side.
You're his goddamn mother. Besides, Mr. Duncanson just went back to school. Even the vice principal stopped by to check on him earlier. How is it that everyone seems to care about Ronnie except his own mother?
Because if I do, all you'll do is attack and blame me. I just know it.
You're not coming because you're scared I'll demand an explanation, you mean? Fine. Forget it. Don't bother coming today. In fact, don't bother coming to visit him at any point ever.
Neil, please. It's not that I'm not worried about Ronnie. Please, you have to believe me.
You're more concerned with avoiding responsibility than checking on him. So how worried can you be? You really are a failure as a mother. I'm so disappointed in you. How can you live with yourself? You know what? Forget it. If you're capable of this, nothing I say will make a difference.
Don't say things like that. Oh my God. If you're gonna say such awful, mean-spirited things, maybe I would just rather be shouted at.
I don't have another second to waste on you. I'll be calling my parents and having them come down. As for you, you can go wherever the heck you please, because you're no longer welcome at this hospital.
I'm having an affair.
Excuse me?
I have a lover. We were at a hot spring resort together today. The reason I didn't notice Mr. Duncanson's calls is because we were soaking in the hot tub together and my phone was in my bag in the other room.
You were soaking in the hot tub with your lover when your son had a serious accident? I can't believe this.
Do you see why I couldn't tell you now?
To think you didn't notice me or Mr. Duncanson trying to call you. Just how long were you soaking in the hot tub with Loverboy?
Maybe 2 or 3 hours. We rented out a private room with an open-air hot tub.
Just the two of you, huh? That sounds real nice. Well, let's be real here. You weren't just soaking in the hot tub for those 2 or 3 hours, were you? You were getting piped by Loverboy. You must have been having a real good time to forget your phone for all that time.
I noticed all the missed calls from Mr. Duncanson as soon as we got out of the tub. I found out about Ronnie's accident when I listened to the voicemails. Given how much time had passed, I figured you'd probably have heard about what happened somehow or other, and when I realized you'd be suspicious about why I wasn't at the hospital already, I didn't know what else to do, so I lied.
What you really meant is that you'd rather lose everything than risk me finding out about your sordid little affair with Loverboy. I hope you have a nice life together.
No, you're wrong. That's not true. I swear it isn't. I lied because I didn't want to destroy our happy life together. Me, you, and Ronnie, our family. I didn't want to break up our family, Neil. Please, you have to believe me.
Our happy family got destroyed the moment you decided to get piped by some other dude behind my back. We can never go back to how we were now. We're finished.
I never thought this would happen. Never in a million years would I have imagined Ronnie would have an accident while I was with him. Why did this have to happen to our Ronnie? If his teachers were watching him properly, this would have never happened. This is all Mr. Duncanson's fault.
The accident happened after school when he was on his way home. He was nowhere near the school premises. This has nothing to do with his teachers, and they bear zero responsibility. Which is why Mr. Duncanson's response was even more impressive. He rushed out as soon as he got a call from a woman whose kid goes to the school, and also happens to live down the street where the accident happened. I couldn't be more grateful for how he handled the whole situation.
But if Mr. Duncanson had been with Ronnie, this could all have been avoided.
Have you lost your mind? Why the hell would Ronnie's teacher walk him home? Stop trying to shift the blame, Fiona. As for where responsibility for the accident actually lies, I'll be discussing it later with the police and the school. Right now, I'd like to find a solution for the problem of my lying bitch wife. So tell me, how long have you been seeing Loverboy?
Something like 2 years, maybe?
How old is he?
22.
Wow, so he's a kid. So let me get this straight. You've been meeting up with your toy boy this whole time while I've been at work and Ronnie's been at school. You've been betraying me and our son for a whole 2 years.
I made a mistake.
You can say that again. And so did I for ever seeing anything in you. Sadly for you, my heart is not big enough to forgive you for this.
No, don't say that. Please, baby, find it in your heart to forgive me. I'll do anything. I'll get on my knees and beg if that's what you want. I'll do whatever you say from now on. Anything. Please forgive me. I'm begging you.
You'll do whatever I say. Oh, interesting. All right, let's see if you mean it. I want a divorce, so sign the papers. I want you out of the house as soon as Ronnie's out of hospital.
No, please, just give me one more chance. I've been a good wife to you, haven't I?
Sure. I mean, aside from lying to and betraying me and your son for 2 years straight, guess you have. But wait, that's not all. You don't have a job, do you?
Huh? Why are you asking me that all of a sudden?
Oh, forgive me for picking up on this late. I've kind of had a lot to process, you know. But whose money have you been going on hot spring resort vacations with? Something tells me it's not your kid lovers.
Well,
No way. So not only have you been cheating on me, you've been spending my hard-earned money on trips with your lover. Where the hell did you even meet someone that young?
he's an escort. I found him online and I was lonely, so I thought, why not give it a try? And I guess we kind of just clicked.
You've been seeing an escort? And how did you pay for it? Wait, no, wait. Have you been eating into our savings?
I am so sorry.
That savings account was for Ronnie's college fund. Is that how you've been funding your double life? That money was for Ronnie's future.
But if I didn't keep spending money on him, I thought he might break up with me. He started saying his schedule was full and charging extra fees for house calls.
That ain't my goddamn problem. I can't believe you've been eating into Ronnie's future to fund a sordid affair with someone who doesn't even like you. You're not going to get away with this. I'm telling you, Mum and Dad.
No, please, I'll tell them myself.
Do you really think I can trust you to do that after everything? No doubt you'll withhold the truth from them if I don't tell them myself. Don't bother. I'll do it.
I won't lie anymore, I swear. Just what exactly do you take me for?
A traitor? A liar? A disgraceful pile of stinking human garbage.
Ugh, don't call me those horrible things. So you want to break up with me, do ya, huh? Well, you know what? I'm not attracted to you either. You're a worn-out, flabby old man, and I'd take a hot, young, muscular stud over you any day of the week. I'm breaking up with you before you can break up with me.
The only one being broken up with here is you. Let me make one thing clear. You have a duty to pay Ronnie child support until he reaches adulthood. I'll be filing compensation for the emotional distress you put me through too.
Whatever, I'll make it work somehow.
Oh, really? Do you even believe that yourself? You haven't held down a job for more than 2 weeks in your entire life. Even if you did get a job, and even if by some miracle you actually worked hard at it, you'd still be spending most of your wages on child support and compensation. Your life of luxury is over. You're deluded if you think your new life's going to be anything like the one I gave you.
Whatever, I don't care. I'll make it work somehow. I just know it.
Where does your confidence come from?
My boyfriend's kind, you know. He treats me like a princess. He reminded me what it's like to have butterflies in my stomach. It's been a long time since I felt that with you. As long as I have him, we can support each other. I don't care whether you break up with me because I don't need you anymore.
What would you say the shelf life on a male escort is? What are you going to do for money once you can't get work anymore? Have you even discussed a future together with him? Are you sure he doesn't think your relationship is something completely different to the fairy tale you seem to have built up in your head?
Huh?
Or is it more likely the case that he's only with you for your, my money? Is he really going to be there to support you once the money dries up? Well, I guess you'll know soon enough.
What the hell do you know about him?
Nothing. But if he had any kind of genuine feelings for you, would he really be piling on extra charges for call-outs? My guess is no. If he really liked you, he'd want to be with you irrespective of whether there was money in it for him or not. He's not your boyfriend. You're just being artificially held together by my money.
So, what are you suggesting I do? If you're going to abandon me, then who am I supposed to live with?
How about going back to your parents' place?
But if they find out about the affair, they'll disown me. You know how old-fashioned my dad is about stuff like this, right?
Alright, so live by yourself.
But, oh my God. Neil, even if we break up, you will let me see Ronnie, won't you?
Sure, if he wants to see her. But I'll be telling him exactly what you did once he's old enough to understand. So I wouldn't hold my breath. After that, I'll leave it to him to decide what he wants.
Oh my God, why would you? You're gonna try driving a wedge between me and my own son? You can't steal my boy from his mother. Ronnie is my treasure.
Oh, look who's talking. You're the one who betrayed him. Drop the doting mother act already. You couldn't even bring yourself to come to the hospital when he was seriously injured. You have no right to call yourself a mother.
Fine, you're right. I'll come to the hospital right now. I can come, can't I?
Nah, don't bother.
But me being there will help Ronnie feel better. There are things I can do for him.
You are more interested in your lover than your injured son. What could you possibly do for him? How can I entrust my injured son with someone I can't even rely on to watch the house? That night, Ronnie regained consciousness. Fiona finally came to visit him 3 days after he arrived at hospital. I just ignored her and focused on his recovery as she snuggled up to him in her phony act as the saintly mother. Finally, after Ronnie was discharged from the hospital and went back to school, me and my wife got a divorce. Personally, I would have liked to do it earlier. But I would have felt bad for Ronnie if he had to deal with his mum disappearing while he was still recovering. Apparently, after the divorce, Fiona brazenly attempted to invite herself to live on the lover's sofa. But just as I predicted, he flipped out at her and said no. He was just using her for money all along. To no one's surprise, he suddenly had no interest in my ex-wife when he found out she was up to her ears in compensation and child support payments. Ronnie made a full recovery, suffering no lasting effects from the accident, went back to school in good health and high spirits. Oh, want to hear some good news? Apparently, Mr. Duncanson's going to be his teacher next year too. Woohoo! Ronnie tells me he was always there for him to help him catch up on his studies when he went back to school. He really is a great guy. Also, being fully aware of the situation between me and Ronnie's wayward mother, he also provided him with emotional support. Not only that, but apparently he also asks after me. Is your dad alright? Is he sleeping properly? Can you believe it? What a guy. I burst into tears when I got a letter from him after the whole thing had blown over. In it, he wrote how he understood how hard the whole ordeal must have been on me, and that if I ever needed someone to talk to, he'd be there.